One of you guys said something in the comments, I think it was yesterday, that really summarized it well in my mind. One of you guys used the word slump. And the comment was something along the lines of, Ivan, keep going, man. Just keep working. You'll get out of this slump eventually. Slump. Slump is a word that I've heard many times to describe uncharacteristic performance for a player in the NBA. I watch the NBA basketball. That's my primary sport that I follow for years. I have been. And the moment the word slump, I read the word slump, I immediately thought about all these different examples in my mind of really like unbelievable players, like greatest of all time players hitting a slump. And the latest one that I could remember is Klay Thompson. Now, Klay Thompson is probably the second best three-point shooter or shooter in general in the NBA history. Mechanics, everything's on point. Just an absolute sniper that's also, when he was in his heyday, although he's probably slowed down now after all the injuries, a really good 3-and-D guy. So he can shoot the three, but he could also defend. So a guy like that with perfect mechanics, incredible ability, last season he was in a slump. Even though he ended the season with pretty good stats, there was a middle portion of that, or probably at the start of the season, where he wasn't playing well. He was missing shots, and some of those shots were being missed were bad. Like, we're talking not even close, like airballing. Just think about this. One of the greatest of all time shooters airballing a three-point shot. And so automatically, I'm thinking about my slump. I'm thinking to myself, what is a slump? What is the function of a slump? Like, what is going on? Like, if we're thinking about a skill-related endeavor like basketball, what is going on there? Is it a mechanical flaw? Like, what's going on? Has he forgotten to do something in his normal routine? Has something changed? I mean, you could probably think about, did he lose some fitness in the legs? And he's getting more fatigued. So when he gets to the ball, he has less lift. And when there's less lift, he has to make up more of the energy with his arms, and that kind of throws the accuracy off. I don't know. Something has gone wrong. Or is the brain wired in such a way that sometimes we forget a key ingredient in this dish, and we just can't work it out. It takes us a couple of months to go, oh my God, I forgot to put the salt in. Oh my God, I forgot to follow through. Like, some of these are like, obvious, but like when you're talking about artistry, like when you're talking about the pinnacle of pinnacles, it becomes very, very particular, some of these skills. So even if you, I don't know, something happens within your routine or something goes wrong and throws out the final product, and obviously you can say something as simple as following through, which I doubt was the problem, but something was happening. Or maybe even the team composition changed and his normal looks are now not what he's getting, and now he's forcing the ball against tougher defense because the defense is not focused on another part of the team. But in terms of me, right? Okay, so is it psychological? Is it clearly sickness, right? That's probably the biggest clue there. But I'm not sick anymore. So what is going on? Like, I'm not sick anymore. I've lost some weight. Okay, that's probably a good explanation. But yesterday I jumped into the pool, and that lit me up. That discomfort really, really lit me up. And then today I come in and I feel good. Squatting the bar felt really good. I hit 140 kilos for, ended up being 4 sets or 5, but it wasn't 4. I misgrooved one of them and I got 4 in one set. But it makes me wonder about slumps. It makes me think, are slumps needed? Are slumps a way of the body going, yeah, we need a rest, man. As simple as that. That word slump really summarized it really well for me. You can't stay on top of your game all the time. There needs to be a drop-off. And for whatever reason, there's probably many, many different things that can cause a drop-off. And obviously, you can sit down and think to yourself until the cows come home, okay, what caused that drop-off? And that's probably a really healthy exercise to take part in as well. What is causing a certain deterioration of performance? What is a key performance indicator? Like what do you need to do to get back to the right thing? And sometimes, this whole journey has been about that, is beating around the bush until you find something that is meaningful and something that becomes a key element in your performance and your training. I have, let's say, beat around the bush a long time, but like I've tried lots of different moves, muscles, and I've kind of worked out whereabouts I need to be in order to have performance, like the 180 for 13. That doesn't happen willy-nilly. That happens when you discover something, when you key component, and you stack your chips for a number of months before you can do that. So you can study that period and go, okay, so when I do these things leading up for about 2 months, I can do this. And so when you get into a slump, instead of just, jacking up those shots, instead of just force feeding, trying to force the performance, we need to undress that problem. We need to break it down and go, okay, what are the key performance indicators for me? Okay, Clay Thompson, you've lost a bit of fitness. Let's go back to the suicides. Let's go back to the beep test. Let's work out. Let's just do the vital signs. Like, it's a medical term to like do your blood pressure, temperature, pulse, those kinds of things. Saturations. Okay, is there something that's obvious there? No. Okay, move on. And so this is where routines, hear about routines all the time. Okay, when shit hits the freaking fan, what are you going to do? It's not working. Your primary weapon is not working. What do you do? Okay. Well, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to get that ball, pump fake it, dribble it. I'm going to try and get a foul. I'm going to go hard to the hole. I'm going to try and get an easy bucket. And most of the time I'll probably get fouled. I'll go to the free throw line and I'll get my stroke going there, get my confidence going up there. So in terms of my squatting, okay, what do I know? What do I know with 100% that's going to be beneficial for me? Okay, I know for a fact abductor work is really good for me. Whether it's standing around like a ballerina and doing abduction without any weight, adding a band on squats, that's very healthy for me. Doing some upper back work, very, very proven, very healthy for me when I did the 180 for 13. That was a key indicator. But which ones? Rows. That was a key performance indicator for me. That was a key performance developer for me. Very, very key. Okay, do that. Okay, so the squat ain't going well. Okay, let's overdose on the accessories which have built previously our squat. And just go back to that. Go back to that and hammer that home. You might have to scale that back, but scaling an accessory lift back feels a hell of a lot better than scaling the damn primary mover. Oh my God, like when I put 3 plates on the bar, I feel depressed. So don't worry about that. Don't push that. Don't do an AMRAP with 3 plates. Screw that. Do the other crap, because it's easier to swallow that pill than to sit around and be like, oh my God, I'm struggling with 3 plates. This is disgusting. Interesting. That word slump did something to me, and it really summarized a few things to me. Appreciate you guys like always. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.